Do you speak a lot to obviously Russell's head coach? I would say Charles. Do you still keep in contact with him? Because
Yes,
I
yes.
also see he's actually during this pandemic right now. He's been really active at vocalizing, obviously, all the closures, right? Which
Hmm.
that's been a problem globally, but I see he's really. How bad is it in Hawaii and stuff? Like, because I mean the way he's coming across is like he's seriously very close to losing the gym by the looks of it. Do you know what the current situation is over there, or?
So I'll preface it, but like I obviously have been. I'm only speaking to a lot of my clients and good friends like Charles, who obviously my connections are really through the gym industry. Correct? I mean, just from the gyms, fighters, and uh, they're it's really bad. What you see some of Charles posts where like the University of Hawaii is allowed to have their team still do just in the same gym, but yet local public aren't allowed to. It's really doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't add up, and there's definitely some controversy going on over there in Hawaii right now, and I really been praying that they will be able to open up soon because one, a lot of the business in that state is tourism, and two, just because I've seen how hard Charles has worked to build this gym, to build the family that he has in that gym, and to not be able to open his doors and make a living and provide a healthy atmosphere for residents of that state to get solid workouts in. It's definitely frustrating.
Which is bizarre because to be honest with you, when you say all of that stuff, I'm thinking Australia, right? I mean, look, granted, we've been able to keep the cases down low. We're up, I think, day 10 or 11 with 0 cases nationally.
Wow.
Um, but like we're the same. Where businesses are right now getting crushed. And on the point of it doesn't make sense. We have. For instance, we had a gym wanting to have a fight night, and they were even talking about let's just do it as a stream base. We won't even have a live crowd,
Hmm.
anything like that. And the commission were like, no. Yet right now, for the last 2 months, they've allowed crowds back into football games. So our football games have got started off at like 18,000. I think the last sort of state of origin probably got closer to 30,000 people. So you can have 30,000 people, drinking beer, enjoying the football. Yet you can't even have a fight night with no crowd. They totally shut the idea of that down, which once again to us it makes no sense, right? But it kind of, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the most frustrating part with the pandemic is that a lot of this stuff doesn't add up, right? You can have 200 people in a grocery store, but you can't have 200 people in a gym, or you can, some of the stuff just doesn't really make sense to us. We see the crowds at like the Walmarts of the world and Targets and some of these big chain stores, but then, the private businesses aren't allowed to operate. It just, it breeds a lot of frustration among the public, and that's frustrating.
That was crazy. I did just cop a couple of dropouts. I will just let you know on the last bit
Okay.
of that. But